Sometimes I think I just like the simple life, relax a little and raise a family.
In the world of superheroes, triumph usually comes wrapped in spectacle, with explosions, cityscapes crumbling, and villains vowing revenge. But The Incredibles takes it up a notch. Here, heroism is not just about saving lives, it's about saving oneself. Beneath its sleek animation and thrilling action lies a haunting exploration of mediocrity's tyranny, the fragility of identity, and the quiet disillusionment of adulthood. It's about identity, longing, and rediscovering the purpose behind the cape. Beneath its glossy exterior, The Incredibles offers a profound meditation on the weight of expectation, the ache of suppressed potential, and the universal struggle to reclaim lost dreams. The film opens with a flashback to the golden age of supers, a time when heroism was celebrated and individuality was revered. Yet this glory is short-lived, as society rejects their existence, forcing heroes like Bob Parr, Mr. Incredible, to bury their true selves beneath the suffocating cloak of normalcy. Bob now wrestles with the monotony of suburban life and a job that strips him of purpose. The fluorescent lights of his office are a stark contrast to the glory days of grappling with villains under the sun. He is a titan trapped in a cubicle, his strength rendered useless against the immovable force of bureaucracy.
They're penetrating the bureaucracy!
Like Bob, how many of us find ourselves trapped in roles that dim our potential, yearning for greatness in a world that demands conformity. Each scene of his suburban life is painted with muted tones, the vibrancy of his past fading into gray. This juxtaposition mirrors the existential dread of many, a feeling of being more than what life has allowed, of talents unacknowledged and passions repressed, neglected even. There's a heartbreaking honesty in his yearning for something more, a longing not just for heroics, but for validation, for meaning. The true brilliance lies in how the film captures Bob's deep desire for transformation, a return to form. We can sense it in the flicker of nostalgia when Bob listens to the police scanner, and the strange smile he offers at family dinners. We see a man haunted by his own potential. His identity crisis feels deeply relatable, a desire for purpose, for recognition, for a life that feels extraordinary. At its heart, The Incredibles is not just about supers, but about family. Each member of the Parr family represents a different facet of human struggle. Helen, Elastigirl, stretches herself thin, embodying the sacrifices of parenthood. Violet is the awkward teenager yearning for invisibility, while Dash is the embodiment of youthful impatience, desperate to run free.
I don't know how he does it, but there's no tack on my stool before he moves, and after he moves, there's a tack. Coincidence? I think not!
Jack the infant symbolizes untapped potential, a blank slate of possibility. Their powers are not random, but reflective of their personalities and roles. Helen's flexibility mirrors her adaptability as a mother. Violet's invisibility aligns with her self-doubt, and Dash's speed captures his boundless energy. Jack's latent abilities, just waiting to break free, symbolize the untapped capabilities of all supers. Powers lying dormant, yearning to be unleashed in a world that insists on containment and conformity.
Dad always said our powers were nothing to be ashamed of. Our powers made us special.
Everyone's special, Dash.
Which is another way of saying no one is.
These powers are metaphors for their internal conflicts, and the film's brilliance lies in its ability to weave these individual arcs into the larger narrative of family unity. The dinner table scene, where Dash laments being told he cannot use his talents, brings this theme home. His frustration mirrors a universal tension, the desire to stand out versus the fear of societal rejection. It's only when the Parrs come together, embracing their vulnerabilities and differences, that they can truly succeed. This message, subtle yet powerful, elevates The Incredibles beyond its superhero trappings. It's not about capes or powers, it's about connection, resilience, and the undivided strength of family.
As long as we both shall live, no matter what happens.
Hey, come on. We're superheroes.
What can happen?
Syndrome, the antagonist, is one of Pixar's most compelling villains because he's not a monster or alien, he's human. Painfully human. He's real.
I'm your #1 fan! Hey, wait!
A former fan of Mr. Incredible, Syndrome's descent into villainy stems from rejection and the belief that greatness should be democratized. The film's critique of enforced equality is bold and unapologetic. Syndrome embodies this philosophy with chilling precision.
And when everyone's super, no one will be.
His mission to level the playing field is not born out of fairness, but bitterness, a reflection of a society that punishes greatness under the guise of equity. Syndrome's vision is a dystopia disguised as progress, a cautionary tale of how the pursuit of fairness can paradoxically erode uniqueness and excellence. His hatred for super stems not just from envy, but from a deep societal critique. His inventions, designed to make everyone super, strip away the uniqueness that makes the pars incredible. Syndrome's plan to commodify heroism is a dark mirror to this struggle, a world where greatness is artificial, mass-produced, and meaningless. He isn't just a villain. He is a warning in every sense of the word. Syndrome is a lasting impression of what happens to the human soul when tainted by bitterness and rejection. At its core, The Incredibles wrestles with the idea of legacy, how we pass on our values, our dreams, our burdens. Bob's journey is not just about reclaiming his glory days, but about showing his children what it means to live authentically. When Dash and Violet step into their powers, it's not merely an act of heroism, but an act of self-acceptance. The climactic battle against Syndrome is not just a spectacle, it is of course a resolution. It's the Parr family reclaiming their place in the world, not as individuals, but as a united force. It's a testament to the idea that greatness isn't solitary, it's shared, nurtured, and passed on. The Incredibles isn't just about heroes saving the day. It's about ordinary people awakening their untapped potential, about breaking free from the chains of mediocrity and standing in the glow of our own light. Despite its superhero aesthetic, The Incredibles feels real. It speaks to the artist who abandoned their craft, the athlete who hung up their boots, the parent who gave up their dreams for the sake of their children. It's a story about rediscovery, about shaking off the dust of mediocrity and daring to be exceptional anyway. And maybe not in the ways that we initially thought we would. Brad Bird's script doesn't just preach, it invites. It invites us to reflect on our own lives, to ask whether we've let the world stifle our gifts, and to consider how we might reclaim them. It's a call to action, to be bold, vulnerable, and above all else, authentic. To be you. The Incredibles leaves its audience not just entertained, but more importantly, inspired. 2 decades after its release, The Incredibles remains a landmark in storytelling, animation, and thematic depth, and its core message remains timeless. The greatest battles are often within ourselves, and the greatest victories only arise when we embrace who we truly are.
That was totally wicked!
Hey, my man! If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe for more spectacular videos. Thanks for watching!